Look at you motherfuckers. Run around screaming at each other. The loudest fucking truth is the one you can't hear. The hardest storm is the one that has to end. That earth can't hold a scream forever. That's why the only truth that I will ever agree with is that everything is a fucking lie. Shut your mouth. Listen, words that cannot be fucking heard, that's the natural speech. The sermon of the mountain that no human mind can reach. A gale starts howling, ripping leaves from a motherfucking tree. But by noon it's a whisper, a broken ghost upon the scene. The rainstorm crashes trying to drown out the light, but it can't hold that tension through the turning of the night. Who birthed the thunder? Who commanded the acid rain? Heaven and earth and that pleasure and pain. Even the cosmos has to fucking take a deep breath. Life isn't a hustle, it's a slow dance with its death. If the great sky pauses, if the earth takes a rest, why is your pathetic little human heart always so fucking obsessed? You build these tight schedules, you chase after the clock, while the physical matrix is preparing to blitz your rock. Nothing that screams can maintain that high pitch. The universe will always drag your bones back to the ditch. Nature is fleeting, the storm always has a door. Nothing can stay forever in a state of the war. Identify with the nameless, let the inner power be your guide. There's nowhere left to run and there's nowhere left to hide. If your faith isn't deep, then your bridge is too fucking thin. The nameless is the finish line before you even begin. If you digress from the way, then your tower will fall. You're a flickering candle inside a haunted ghostly hall. But the one who follows, he's a vessel of grace, distributing the nameless to the toxic human race. When the nameless is present, he's a black sun in the sky, a silent director watching with a wide cosmic eye. When the nameless is hidden and the inner power flows, he benefits the world through the cold virtue that he shows. Oh, what if both are lost? If the light starts to fucking fade, he walks right with the junkies in the thickest part of the shade. He becomes a gritty teacher, a dim lamp inside the dark, helping the broken bastards find their original stolen spark. He doesn't stand on a stage reaching down from a height. He sits in the dirt with you until your focus gets right. He knows the highest position is the first one to crack, so he stays at the bottom, to the world on his back. You are the what you love, you are where you fucking stand. A grain of the spirit or a grain of the sand. Identify with aimless, then you're glad in the void. But self is a plaything that's easily destroyed. Identify within an hour, then you're glad in the mind. The virtue life water, the power of light. But even in the lost and the low and the fucking lows, the wise one sits laughing at the famine or the feast. He sits at the fall and he's at home with the lost, because the nameless is the payment and the nameless is the cause. He doesn't judge your shadow or the blood stained on the floor. He just sees another broken window that can turn into a door. If your faith is a flicker, if your root is too fucking shallow, you can't plant a seed in a field that is fallow. How can you leave the blind? How can you fucking assist this? You're still fighting ghosts in the middle of your own mess. Deep in the well, trust in the cold. The only way up is to let yourself go. You cloud chasing horse, sell your souls for a name. The master plays a completely different kind of game. He strips away his title and tells us nothing less to buy. Looking at your empires with a dead eye, now I'm blinking now. So let the fucking gale blow, let the toxic rain fall down. King of the silence doesn't need a plastic crown. Human behavior is a cheap blink in the eye of the infinite, nameless of the infinite sky. Of a striving cycle, how in the wild. Just speed at the eagle that forgets how to fucking fly. The words unheard are the loudest of all. The oneness is rising as your belief starts to fall. Glad to be here, glad to be fucking gone. The nameless is the dust, the nameless is the dawn. If you don't have faith, who can give it away? Benefit the rub by getting full out of the way. Keep your fucking mouth shut, just walk.